All right, let's dive in. You've probably seen this trend blowing up everywhere. It's called Oatzempic, and it's promising the effects of those big-name weight loss drugs. But the secret ingredient? It might just be sitting in your pantry right now. So, is this for real? Is it a game changer? We're gonna find out. I know what you're thinking. A weight loss drug in your pantry? Come on, it sounds way too good to be true, right? But believe it or not, that is the exact claim behind this whole thing. So let's really get into it. Let's unpack the hype and see what the science actually says.
Okay, so first things first, what even is this Oatzempic phenomenon that's taking over social media? What's all the buzz about?
Well, the name is pretty clever, right? It's a mashup of oats and that well-known medication Oatzempic. But here is the most important thing to get straight. This is not a drug. It's a diet, a structured way of eating that taps into the natural power of oats to help you control your appetite, keep your blood sugar steady, and, support weight loss.
And I really want to hammer this point home. It is not a medication, it's a method. We're talking about a completely natural dietary approach. There are no injections, you don't need a prescription, it's all about the humble oat, just used in a really smart way.
So the big question is, how on earth can a simple bowl of oatmeal even come close to mimicking a powerful medication? Well, the answer is actually pretty cool. It all comes down to the science of what makes us feel full.
So the secret weapon here is something called beta-glucan. It's this special kind of soluble fiber you find in oats. And when you eat it, something amazing happens. It basically forms this thick, gel-like stuff in your gut. And that gel physically slows everything down. It slows your digestion, which is why you feel full for so much longer. Plus, it helps stop those crazy blood sugar spikes and crashes that make you crave junk food.
But wait, there's more. That same fiber, it's also a prebiotic. And what that means is it's basically lunch for all the good bacteria living in your gut. A happy, healthy gut microbiome is so crucial for an efficient metabolism, so you're really getting this awesome 2-for-1 deal.
Now yeah, weight loss is what gets all the headlines. But the benefits of adding more oats to your diet, they go way, way beyond that. This is really about your overall health, not just what the scale says.
Seriously, we're looking at a whole spectrum of benefits. You've got natural appetite control, sure, but also more stable blood sugar levels, which means more consistent energy. It can improve your heart health by helping to lower that bad LDL cholesterol. And on top of all that, it's great for digestion and packed with essential nutrients.
And look, this isn't just people on the internet saying it works. There's real science to back this up. Studies have confirmed that the beta-glucan in oats actually boost these fullness hormones. One of them is called peptide YY, and it pretty much sends a direct signal to your brain that says, hey, we're good down here, stop eating. And that's what helps reduce that overall desire to eat all day long.
Okay, so the science is definitely interesting. But how do you, actually do this? Let's switch gears and get into the practical how-to part. Right off the bat, you should know this is way more versatile than you might think. We are not talking about eating 3 bowls of boring plain oatmeal every day. No way. You could do overnight oats with berries for breakfast, then switch it up with a savory oatmeal bowl with spinach and a poached egg for lunch. And for dinner, you can even make things like baked oat cakes to have on the side of your salmon and broccoli. See? Lots of options.
But to really get the best results, there are a few keys to success. First, make sure you're choosing whole oats, so think steel-cut or rolled oats. And definitely pair them with some protein and healthy fats to really feel full. Oh, and drink lots of water. Now, what should you avoid? The big mistakes are overeating, even healthy portions, forgetting to eat a variety of other foods, and of course, skipping out on physical activity.
And speaking of portions, here's a number you'll want to remember. We're talking about 1/2 to 1 full cup of dry oats per meal. That's the sweet spot. Remember, oats are super nutrient-dense, which also means they're calorie-dense, so just being mindful of how much you're scooping out is absolutely essential.
All right, so we've looked at the science, we've gone through the benefits, and we've talked about how to actually do it. So what's the final verdict? Is this Oatzempic diet truly worth all the hype? Here's the bottom line. The real power here isn't about some short-term quick fix. It's about building a sustainable lifestyle. The goal isn't to just drop a few pounds in a couple of weeks. It's about making a powerful whole food a regular part of your routine in a way that supports your health for the long haul.
And that really leaves us with one last question to think about. In a world full of really complex diets and super expensive solutions, could one of your healthiest habits actually be this simple? Well, the evidence suggests it just might be.